My name is Eric Kender, and I'm just your everyday college student. Every morning, my alarm goes off. I wake up, shower, get dressed, and get ready for my day. A typical day involves going to breakfast, going to class, studying with friends, another class, hanging out with more friends, going to yet another class, having dinner, do some homework, and going to bed to start it all over again tomorrow. But there's one thing that people don't know about me. I have an anxiety disorder.
I think the most difficult part about having anxiety and an anxiety disorder is explaining to someone that you have an anxiety disorder, because it's like, how do you define that? How do you describe that to somebody? It's like,
Hey, I got anxiety.
and they're gonna be like,
Well, guess what? We all do.
there's certain things, certain aspects of like people's lives that makes them nervous, makes them uneasy, makes them stressed, fear, and I get that. But having a disorder is something completely different. Normal anxiety is related to a specific situation. That could be public speaking, that could be driving. For me, that's test taking. But the thing with normal and general anxiety is once that event is over, it's done, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. So your anxiety levels shoot up for a minute, then they go back down. It's no big deal. An anxiety disorder is when it's unexpected. So there's really nothing that triggers it. There's nothing that can really be done to cause it. So somebody like me would attempt to avoid everyday activities or events just in hopes that the anxiety doesn't come up.
COVID-19 was the start of my anxiety disorder. I'd have these dreams where I'm sitting in class with the boys, and randomly, out of nowhere, one of them transforms into a monster. Some nights I run, but I can't get away. Some nights I do get away, but I can't outrun it forever. Those dreams, those racing thoughts of a monster attacking you, those were very hard times.
Well, first off, I'd like to ask, do you know what anxiety is? Like, if I were to ask you to define it, how would you define it?
I feel like it's when you get this like nervous feeling about something that maybe you haven't done or that you have done but you had a bad experience or like trauma that maybe triggers your nervous system.
Yeah, that's basically exactly it. Like, that's what anxiety is. Now, do you know what the difference is between regular anxiety and an anxiety disorder?
Yeah, I feel like there are different types of anxiety disorders. Like, I have a friend who's a hypochondriac. I think that's how you pronounce it. But, like, she has the anxiety disorder where she thinks that there's always, like, something sick about her. Like, she thinks she's always, like, sick or there's something, like, wrong with her, like a medical thing. I know that's probably not what you have. But I'm saying that that's probably, like, that would be an anxiety disorder rather than just, like, getting anxiety. Because I get anxiety about my environmental tests, but, like, then it goes away. So I wouldn't say that I have a disorder.
If you did have a disorder with it, your mind would be constantly racing, trying to figure out what's going on, and it's incredibly difficult to try and calm yourself down and get out of it. So what would you do in a situation if you were having anxiety? Like, how would you calm yourself in the likelihood that you were feeling anxious, whether it's like a test or something else going on?
Usually I just tell myself to get over it, and that helps. Or that's probably not what you wanted to hear, but I usually just say, like, Rihanna, get over it. Like, it's a test, and if you get a B in the class, it's totally fine.
You knew me before I had my anxiety, and you know me now, if you and I were to hang out, or we go film the volleyball games or the hockey games and all that stuff, do I have a different way about me? Like, do you notice that I'm like more stressed than I was before? Do you notice that I'm like a little bit more reserved, more quiet, anything like that?
No. So if you are, I mean, I don't really tell a difference from before COVID to now. So if you are still dealing with that anxiety, I definitely can't tell. But I'm also not looking for it. I feel like some people always look at people with judgment. That's like the first thing that they do. They like look at someone and they're judging them. And that's like just like natural instinct, you know, that they look at someone and judge. So like I don't look at people and judge them when I look at them. So when I'm looking at you, I'm not looking for like flaws, or I'm not looking to judge you, or I'm not looking to be like, oh, he's super quiet. Like, you're my friend, and so I look at you like you're my friend. But I can't say that that's how everybody sees everybody.
Working on this project along with other classes this semester has been incredibly stressful, and I often turn to the tips that I learned to help manage my stress. Tip number 1, deep breathing. Deep breathing is a simple technique that is excellent for managing emotions. Not only is deep breathing effective, it's also discreet and easy to use at any time or place. Tip number 2, progressive muscle relaxation. By tensing and relaxing muscles throughout the body, you can achieve powerful feelings of relaxation. Additionally, progressive muscle relaxation can help you spot anxiety by teaching you to recognize feelings of muscle tension. Tip number 3, challenging irrational thoughts. Anxiety can be magnified by irrational thoughts. For example, the thought that something bad will happen or I will make a mistake might lack evidence but still has an impact on how you feel. By examining the evidence and challenging these thoughts, you can reduce anxiety. And lastly, tip number 4, imagery. Your thoughts have the power to change how you feel. If you think of something sad, you're likely to start feeling sad. The opposite can also be true. When you start thinking something positive and calming, you start to feel relaxed. Imagery techniques harness this power to reduce anxiety. Anxiety is very common, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed. Just reach out, talk to somebody. It could be a family member, it could be a teacher, a cousin, a counselor, anybody. Just talk to somebody. I know it's scary, but I promise you, you'll feel so much better for it. Thank you for your time, and thank you for watching. Stay safe.
I don't see people that way, so I don't see a difference, but I can't say the same for other people.
And last thing, you'd like to look in that camera there, and you've been punked. No. No, it was a hidden camera show all along. There's a camera there, there, and there. You could never tell.
Never.
I can't help it. No, that just makes me laugh. Like, I handle sad, depressing things poorly. I make jokes out of them to try and, like, compensate for the fact that they're sad and depressing.
All right, so we're standing outside of David Hayworth fire, like by the channel, and we got the police, the fire department. They said that we turned off the fire alarm. Yeah, they didn't.
He's drunk. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sir, you're intoxicated. Pull over. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. He's running.
We got a runner. Watch out for the cars.
Clear right. Push. You got it. You got it.
Oh shit.
Okay, now go. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know who that is that I said hi to.
Fire alarms were supposed to go off, or to be disabled, I should say, and the fire alarm went off. So now we get to wait, and we have until 10 o'clock, and it's probably going to be like 30 minutes till they all clear out. So we got like 20 minutes to finish this season. So, okay.
Oh, you're good. She got it off of Amazon.